Hey, welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in and watching the Cypress Sports Show. Brought to you by Coach's Corner, your go-to spot before and after the game. I'm Jeff Russell here with Mark Slevcove. Today, we're going to welcome girls water polo players MacKenzie Romero and Enkhjin Batlkhagva. I think that's pretty close.
It's getting better, yeah.
She's going to correct us, I'm sure, when she gets on here. We'll do our best to check in with Marissa, but that could be a little bit of a problem. Unfortunately, Marissa is under the weather, and so we will be cruising with Krebs next week. When we come back, we'll take a week off with that, let her catch up, get better, feel better, and then get back to the show. So we were afraid at one point we already scared her off.
Right.
Thankfully, it's not that. She just doesn't feel good. We were going to go to the bullpen for Mr. Pfeiffer, but we're going to stick it out with Krebs, and we'll get her back next week. So, anyways, hey, winter, rolling, lots of stuff. What do we got, Coach?
All right, boys basketball went 2-2 in their Inland Empire tournament at Summit last week. Ryan Gov earned all tournament honors. This week, the boys are playing in the North Orange County tournament at Sonora. They opened the tournament with the victory over Quartz Hill to run their record to 8-3 on the season. They still got 3 more games this week in that tournament. The girls basketball team won all 3 games in the Valley Christian tournament last week, beating Mayfair, Whittier Christian, and Lucerna. The girls are currently 6-2 and are in the Segerstrom tournament this week. Boys soccer team beat Marina last Friday night under the lights 4-2, but last night on Monday they lost 2-1 to Savannah despite an energetic and frantic finish as the Centurions tried to catch the Rebels. The goal was scored on a PK by Jace Morales, and the game was part of the Troy tournament that will continue this week with games against Troy, La Mirada, and then a to-be-determined game on Saturday. Girls soccer team had Fairmont last week, and they tied them in their season opener. You know what it's called what it's like when you tie a game? It's like what?
Kissing your sister.
Yeah. You know the kids don't know that phrase anymore? I used it all last week, and they're looking at me like I'm some weirdo.
You are.
They don't know the phrase. I guess it's a generational thing. It's like kissing your sister, everybody.
Come on.
Nobody wins, nobody loses. This week, we take on University and Marina. Marina is Thursday at home. Girls water polo team had a tough week last week in their 2 games versus St. Joseph and Buena Park. The girls look to respond this week with 2 home games, Tuesday versus El Toro, and then on Thursday against the Mariners from Pacifica. In wrestling, the boys wrestling team finished 6th at the Casa Rec tournament at Westminster on Friday and Saturday. Vince Partington won his bracket. Xander Zimmer was 3rd along with Dylan Tinian. On the girls' side, they participated out at the Santa Ana tournament, and Kayla Pablo won her bracket. This week, the boys and girls open up the league play in the Crestview League, hosting El Dorado on Wednesday night. You can check that on CTV as well. Mr. Delgado will be streaming it. And then the song team opened up their competition season with a first place title, both levels, JV and varsity, USA competition at University. Congratulations to the girls and coaches Sierra and Jeb.
Yeah, hey, shout out to the parents of the song team. They're obviously big supporters. That's what I hear all the time. So shout out to them and the song team members. Great job. Good stuff. Obviously, we're rolling with that stuff. Lots of games. Again, check the schedules because there is a lot for you to see. So, well, normally we would jump to our Destination Jiu-Jitsu segment with Krebs, but she is feeling ill. So we're going to take a second here, and then we're going to jump in with our guests for this week. Hey, all right, today we welcome girls water polo players MacKenzie Romero and Enkhjin Batlkhagva. Tell me?
Batlkhagva.
That's what I said. Now, before we get started, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you.
Yes, love being here.
You sure?
Yes.
So, before we get started, we were talking about your name and the lineage, and Mr. Slevcove thought it would be good to check with ChatGPT, AI,
my guy Sam.
His guy Sam. And Sam gave us some good background on what your name is from.
Mongolia.
And we found out that it's could be not really a surname like we would use here in the United States. It's a little different. Might come from a tribe. And then we asked Sam to pronounce it, and he nailed it.
Yeah. Can't wait to tell the announcer at graduation to say it like that.
To have the announcer do the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't use AI for pronunciations.
That's right.
But anyway, I'm sure you've had that quite a bit. We'll skip through that because you've already talked about it. So, but thanks guys for being here. New year, right? Your schedule apparently is really hard. Mr. Slevcove, I guess, got you some games that maybe you guys feel like is too difficult. I don't know. Hopefully you guys are prepared and ready. Are you guys excited about the new year?
We are very excited. A lot of the games coming up after the new year is a lot easier than these games coming right now. But these games are a good challenge for us. It shows us how much we can grow for sure. And it just tells us where we are in our league, and it just gives us a good viewing point for the oncoming year.
Nice.
Right? How do you learn about yourself and your team, right? By blowing teams out or facing challenging competition where maybe you lose, maybe you get your butts kicked, but you learn where there's room for growth, right?
Yeah.
He's trying to convince you that it's What positions do you guys play? What do you play?
So I play set, and you play.
I go wherever I need to.
Utility.
Versatility.
Yeah, he needs me in set guard, then I go to set guard. I like playing 1-2 the most for sure, but
What would
I'm
make
anywhere.
What would make this year's team unique? Like, what makes you guys a unique team?
It's a big building year. We are working on a lot of skills right now, and I think that we lost a lot of people last year, like we do every year with seniors. But I think this is a really good opportunity to see us grow together and create a good bonding for the years to come.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, we're building on top of the fact that we lost our starting lineup from last year, and I'm sure it's going to be difficult for the younger underclassmen girls when, like, 13 juniors graduate next year, and they're all going to be gone. So we're trying to build fundamentals in both the varsity team and JV so they're ready for the future.
Well, tell us about the coaches this year, right? Like Garrett was around last year, but we also have Coach Armstrong this year.
Mm-hmm.
How are they building those fundamentals in all levels of the girls?
We've never really had a consistent coach. A lot of them, Coach Riley was transferred to a different school for just teaching in general. A couple of our coaches have quit in the past, but Garrett by far has been one of our more consistent, and he also really helps us grow together. He brings everyone together, which is really, really nice, especially in games. Coach Jim is a great addition to our coaching squad for sure. He brings a lot of just new perspective because he's had a lot more experience than Garrett, but he was also Garrett's coach when he was younger. So it just brings a lot of new versatility, like you guys said.
He's been coaching for around 40 years, so it's good having his older perspective on a lot of things.
Not older perspective. That's called wisdom.
Okay,
Wisdom.
that's the word I was
Seasoned.
Coach Jim's not that old. Come
He's
on.
not old.
All right, tell us how'd you guys get into water polo? How'd you get into the pool and swimming and polo? They just throw you in the pool and say sink or swim, or was there a family member or a friend that got you going?
So I started water polo last year, but I've been swimming since I was a baby. So I took a water class with my parents, and then I've been club team since elementary. And then I quit club before high school, and then I joined school team, and then started water polo last year because I wasn't in club anymore, and we didn't have a swim off season.
How was your club experience growing up? You quit club, but now you've come back to it. Is there much difference mindset-wise, or is it more enjoyable for high school, or more strict for club? What's the difference in those areas?
It was much more strict for club. It's more pressure on me as a person to be in club because I'm always trying to be beating all these other kids in my club, because it wasn't like more of like a team working together. But for swim, since we're competing for points to win by school, I have more bonding with my teammates rather than competing with them, competing with other schools and not with the girls that are on the team, like bonding with them. Yeah.
Okay. How about you, MacKenzie?
I joined water polo through high school. It's like the summer of my freshman year, and one of my friends who was already on the team had come to drop off some clothes, I think, at my house, and she had told me that to not just do swim but also do water polo. And I joined water polo, and I absolutely hated it from the very start. And I thought it was way too aggressive, and I thought that it was terrible, and the girls were mean. And then by the end of the summer, I had just fallen in love with it. And then after that year, I was on JV, and then I joined club. And ever since then, it's been really, really fun, for sure.
I think that's one of the unique things that we have for Cypress with water polo is we get so many kids that never played it until they stepped foot on high school. They're trying to figure out what sport they want to do, what they want to get involved with, and water polo has been one of those places where you can get started with it coming into high school, and then all of a sudden there's your group, right? There's your group. Yeah. Those are your best friends through high school and after high school, and you fall in love with
for sure.
With the sport.
Have you guys played other sports?
I used to play volleyball.
Volleyball?
Yeah. I used to be a rhythmic gymnast.
You know about that.
I'm about gymnastics. How has maybe playing those other sports, how did that help you adjust to water polo? And you talked about the physicality of it. Was there anything, even in volleyball, that was remotely close to that you could adjust to?
Definitely, because I just rotated around the court a lot. Like, I had a set position on a couple teams, but my most prominent one was definitely outside hitter. And that one really helped with just strength in a shot, and also being able to pass already in the water, because it's a lot different than being on land than in water. But I liked how there's a net in between teams, so there couldn't be anything like, I was a big I don't want contact with you, and then I became one of the most aggressive players on our team. So,
well, rhythmic gymnastics, that's pretty aggressive.
I wouldn't say that.
What part of that has really helped you in water polo?
I don't really know, because playing water polo has been such a large shift in the way that I play sports, because I've always played individual sports, so it's always just like me, like, oh, I need to do this, and I'm not really like thinking about other people. And being on water polo, you have to like be a team player, and you have to like understand that there's other people surrounding you, and like you have to work with them. And also, I was never needing to be aggressive with girls, and I'm struggling with that still right now, because I don't like being aggressive, but they're still gonna be aggressive to me. But I don't really think it's helped me with a lot, besides like maybe my arm, because in gymnastics you have like rhythmic, you're throwing apparatus up into the air like hoops and balls, so I think that's helped.
Yeah. What would you say, what kind of attitude would you need to be successful in water polo?
Staying calm. Like, girls are going to come after you, they're going to do a lot of dirty things to you under the water, but you can't react to it at all, or else you're the one that gets kicked out of the play. So that was a big thing for me, just coming into it, was if I wanted to be a starter, if I want to be a big part of the team, then I definitely had to keep my cool in games and not get as aggressive, not be ejected that often, to, if anything, keep it more concealed.
Yeah.
I think you have to have a lot of confidence. You can't just shy away from other people and let them take advantage of you in the water. You have to like show them that you're there and you want to play, and that you're trying to step up to them.
We always tell people, right, like, be calm, do this, like, girls, you act a certain way, but then you get in the water, oh, you need to get up, like that, right, like, get out of the water. It's kind of a hard shift in your brain, right?
Yeah.
So those, I think, as we call them in the educational, I think those are soft skills. Is that right?
Yeah.
Those soft skills.
Yeah.
What's been the most
it's all
difficult?
about the skills, coach.
What's been the most What's the most difficult hard skill to learn in water polo? Like the biggest technique that you need, or the biggest struggle when you first started water polo?
Endurance. Because you don't stop at all. Like, you're swimming up and down the pool. If the ball goes one way with the ref, then you're going that way. It can turn to what we call a swim meet. Like, not a legit swim meet, of course, but you go back and forth, and it just gets really, really tiring, but you have to take breaks when you can. So, like, in between goals, there's a very brief stoppage time, but you take those 5 seconds for sure.
And just waiting in the water, egg beater in the water, that is your rest.
Yeah.
No hanging on the side like the
That's what I
backyard
was
pool.
going to say. Yeah, people don't realize, I don't think not everyone, that you can't ever touch the bottom of the pool. So like, oh, we're just floating. We're kind of floating, but still moving. Like, you're doing something.
I try and just float on my back in that part for sure, because I'm like, I'm going to take a little rest right now.
Still?
I don't really know. Probably just taking pressure. Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, it's different, right?
Yeah, it's different from practice than games. Like, you have to experience people just like touching you everywhere and like pressuring you, and you have to.
That's what I'm teaching you in practice right now.
You're the whole set. You got to take that, right?
I know,
you put up 6 goals in one game. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So
get
you got
nervous.
it in you. You got it in you. What's your move in the goal? You go forehand. You get the backhand.
Oh, I haven't mastered backhand yet. I don't think I've even attempted that. I turn, I seal, grab them, and then I seal, turn back, grab the ball, spin, shoot.
All
I'm
right
there.
hand.
Yeah.
So if anyone's watching, they just play on your right hand.
Mm-hmm.
Scouting.
Yep, scouting. All right, we're a handful of games into the season. All right, we're a month into the season, almost a month. We got another 3 or 4 weeks until league starts. Where are we at, and what are our goals for the remainder of the year?
Our goals are really just to work as a team, because we came in all very individual. It was a very cliquey team before, but our big goal this year was to bring everybody together. We've had multiple team bondings. You can see they've all worked very well through our team. Everybody is friendly with each other. We're all teammates. We have that kind of family build right now. And it's been really helpful when we all get down in a game and just we get in our own heads to have somebody to lean on, for sure. And another big goal is, of course, to win league.
Yeah, I think another simple, small goal is just trying to implement our practice fundamentals into hard games, knowing that these girls are going to be tough, but we need to keep our skills and calm to actually play the game.
All right, easy to catch and throw when nobody's guarding us, and then things go a little bit faster during the game. When we got those aggressive defenders on us.
Yeah, to not give into that pressure, for sure, with our team.
Nice. What other things are you guys involved in outside of water polo that you think maybe help you in the game of water polo?
At my church, I like to sing in our worship band, and I like to volunteer in the youth ministry. So, even though it's small, being a leader up there really helped me to be captain at the deck, and being in the worship band and singing in front of all those people really just helped me have the confidence to be like, I can do this. I can shoot the ball. It's not going to faze me if I miss it. I just have to keep going. You don't get to stop, basically.
I'm an ASB, so that's very much like a team outside of the pool for me. I'm collaborating with so many people, and I'm meeting them, and I'm learning new things about them, and I'm trying to see how I can benefit the school with the group. Just like how in the pool, I'm trying to see how I can help my team win a game.
Who would do a better job pronouncing your last name, Mr. Russell or Mr. Cobley?
Mr. Copeland.
Oh, really?
I'd say it too. I'm okay with that. Yeah. All right, well, we've come to the point of the show. We do some fast action questions. You guys ready?
Sure.
Maybe. All right. Give me a good recommendation of a song to sing.
Mistletoe.
Mistletoe.
that by Justin Bieber?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's dope.
You don't have a different one?
No.
What's your favorite song to sing? This is the-
I don't know.
You can pick one song. Sing it.
Christmas Tree Farm by Taylor Swift.
You ready?
No.
No? All right.
It's fake anyway.
Do you guys have any pets?
Yeah, I have a dog.
Yeah. What's the name?
I have a dog named Pookie.
Pookie?
Pookie.
Pookie.
Sorry.
I don't know. Maybe there's a new one. Lilo. All right. What animal would you be, and what would be your name for yourself?
I'd be a panda. I'd for sure be a panda.
And your name?
It's up to the world.
No, it's up to you. You're naming your panda.
Okay. Stitch.
Okay.
I'd be a beluga.
All right, a beluga.
Yes,
Okay,
I love
and-
belugas. Pearl, because
Okay.
they're white
All right.
and sparkly in the water.
True. If you could only eat one food during the season, one food only the whole time, what would it be?
Joe Schmo's chicken tenders.
That was specific. All right.
Chicken pesto pasta.
Chicken pesto pasta. Waffles or pancakes?
Waffles.
Solid. All right. Who won the team wins in an arm wrestling competition?
Yeah, her.
Yeah? Everybody? All right. Pre-game hype song?
Bad Blood by Taylor Swift with Kendrick Lamar.
All right.
I honestly don't have one.
No?
A hype song.
You got hype?
Listen to
You're playing a
music
big
in the
game? You don't
bus.
have anything that you listen to for a big game?
What do you listen to on the bus?
I listen to Nicki Minaj.
Now we know. If you were have you guys watched musicals at all?
Yes.
No musicals ever?
I watched The Lion King. That's it.
Okay. Well, what about like Wicked's in the movie theaters? Have you ever seen it? Know anything about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my line.
All right. So if you're going to be in the Wicked musical, who are you going to play? You're going to play? Do you know the name?
I'll be Glinda.
Alphabet.
That's not the song. All right. What about the Lion King? Who are you going to be?
Mufasa.
Okay.
Like a Pumbaa. All
I
right.
think so, for sure.
Do you have a victory dance?
The Gritty.
Okay.
That is very true.
Same?
No, for her.
For her.
That is very true.
You have one?
Yeah.
Ever practice it in front of the mirror? Ah, yeah, you know you do. All right, well, hey, thanks again to girls water polo players MacKenzie and Enkhjin
Batlkhagva.
for being here today. Thanks to our sponsors, Destination Jiu-Jitsu and Coach's Corner. Make sure you get out to those businesses and support them. If you want some chicken fingers, tenders, Joe Schmo's apparently is the place to be. Get out there and support those businesses. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Anyways,
What do you want to know?
but
What do you want to know?
nothing. How to spell
You
it.
got it.
How do you pronounce this name? It won't say it. It won't do it.
No, I have to type it in.
All right, here we go. So anyways, we're going to start here. Then at the end,
Hey, Sam, you there?
Right here, Slevy. What's on your mind?
what is it?
What is this?
Spell it out and say, how do you pronounce this name?
Tell me about the Mongolian language and the surnames in Mongolia.
Mongolian is part of the Mongolic language family and is primarily spoken in Mongolia, parts of China like Inner Mongolia and Russia. The most common form is Khalkha Mongolian, which is the official language of Mongolia. It has a unique sound system and uses the Cyrillic script in Mongolia, while traditional Mongolian script is still used in Inner Mongolia, China. As for surnames, Mongolia historically didn't use them in the way we think of today. People were identified by their given names and their clan lineage. However, in the 20th century, the government encouraged the adoption of surnames, often based on ancestry, tribes, or significant geographical features. A lot of Mongolians use their father's name as a patronymic instead of a surname, which is why you might see names written as given name, father's name. You have more questions about this? It's a fascinating topic.
Yes. How do you say it?
Yes, how would you say...
I can help you figure out how to pronounce it.
All right, I'm going to spell it for you.
Names often have specific patterns, so I'll do my best to break it down for you.
Okay, I'm going to spell it for you right now. Batlkhagva.
Got it, Slevy. That looks like Batlkhagva.
Batlkhagva. Going with it. All right. Okay, here we go.